you have or you don't have?
I don't have.
Do you have X?
No, never. I'm virgin.
Why? Why? Do you watch porn?
No, astaghfirullah. No,
Astaghfirullah.
astaghfirullah. Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, you are a watch. Oh, watch, please.
I don't
Watch.
watch. I don't watch.
So how do you?
So I'm gonna pretend to be Jewish and I'm a hello. Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you? Oh,
Great. How are you?
you're from Israel?
I'm from Israel. Yeah.
Are you a terrorist?
What do you think?
Do you like it when your country kills babies and children, stuff like that?
Hmm. Do you know that we're not killing babies or children?
Yeah, you are. Your country, your government is killing kids, literally killing kids.
Do you really
Shooting
think?
them like
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Do you
with
really?
snipers and stuff. Come on, literally snipers,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And like this is this is said by Americans in like the Western media, not even Arab media, Like the Western media said that like professionals, doctors and stuff, they diagnosed the murders and they said like kids were literally sniped. They were sniped like on purpose, you know? Come on, that's fucking
At
demonic.
first,
That's
not all the
hmm?
Jewish soldier is nice. Not all Jewish soldier, but in generally, we don't intentionally kill them at all. Do you really think
Hmm.
it's a genocide?
Yeah, it is a genocide. What do you don't think it is genocide?
I don't think there is a genocide in Israel.
Really?
For real, yeah. Because
You think what do you think it is? What do you think it is? What would you call it?
it's defending our country and
You defending def, you've been defending, listen,
the rule
let's put
of
it that
all of
way.
the terrorists.
Hmm?
We turn the rule of all of the terrorists in Palestine.
You're trying to do what? You're trying to kill the terrorists in Palestine?
Yeah, in
So they
Palestine.
are the terrorists, not you.
Yeah, I'm not. Because
Really?
we're not
So
making a genocide.
you don't think it's a genocide?
Because how many people in Palestine dead for
How
two
many people
years?
died in Palestine? How many
For
people died in
yeah, for
Palestine since
for two
October 7th?
years.
How
For
many?
2 years. How
For two
many?
years. No, 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 listen, even before October 7th, even before that, like since you guys invaded Palestine
Because
in
we
uh
attack each
you
other, so we cannot tell that. So let's talk about
no
after October 7th.
no, listen, October 7th is like just like yesterday. If we talk before October 7th, you guys have been killing Palestinians for years, years and years, like since 1949, since you came,
We've been
you know.
in same situation all the
Hmm?
year. Like we're in the same situation before that. We're still in that.
No, it's not your country. You came from Europe. You guys are not Middle Eastern, originally. Your ancestors, they were Europeans. They came from Poland. They came from Germany. You have European origins. You don't look at your people. You don't even look Middle Eastern. You are white. You have white features, green eyes, maybe. You're not Arab. You're not Middle Eastern. You're not Middle Eastern.
Mhm.
You don't look Middle Eastern. You came there. That's not your land. That's not your
I
country.
got your point.
You know?
We look like
Yeah.
European and Eastern Europe,
Yeah.
and sometimes like Mizrahi is from Arab, and some people are from Spain, and they're Latina, so they're not
Yeah.
Arab, so they're not from Middle East
Yeah.
originally. It's your point.
Exactly. So yeah, it's not your land. You know? So you came to their land. You came to the Palestinians. The Brits gave you the right to settle in Palestine, and then you took over the whole country, you know, and you drove out the people in Gaza, and you made a siege, you know, and you tortured them for years, and you killed them, and you did everything, you know. And then came October 7th. October 7th, October 7th is not a terrorist attack, by the way, by Palestinians. It is they were defending their country, you know, and because they are weak, they waited for the right chance to attack you. Okay? It's not an assault. They waited for the perfect moment because the Israel army is protected by Americans, you know? So obviously you guys are more powerful than them. You know? It's not fair. This is not a war. Okay? This is not a war. A war is between two parties that are equally powerful. Okay? You know?
And
You get the point? But
so
this is not a war.
it's gonna be draw
Your army.
if two countries
y-
have the
mm,
same power, it's gonna be draw
mm.
because they can't win or lose if they have
But
same power.
but it's not a fair war. You guys are like, listen, you're not fighting your war by yourselves. You are supported by the US, by Germany, by France, by the UK. Come on, listen, listen. I would understand if it was between Palestine and Israel. We would call it a war, maybe. We would call it a war, but it's not a fair. This is not a war. You know, this is not fair. Like
It's war.
the whole world against Palestine. You know, the whole world against Palestine, like Israel, the US, the UK, France, Germany, Netherlands. You know, and like if they don't support you with military weapons, they support you with money. Come on, that's not fair. How do you call this a war?
France
This is
and
like a
Britain recognized Palestine as a
mm,
country. Then they alone no
yeah,
longer
yes.
support us.
No, they recognize. Maybe they did recognize it, but after the genocide was committed, after 2 years of blood, of bloodshed and of killing and murdering children, you know, and they had to. They didn't do it because they are good people. They had to because they were forced to say it, you know, by their media and by their parties in their countries, you know. So yeah, they didn't do it because they wanted to. You know, they were forced to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised you don't consider this a genocide, even though you are there in Israel and you can see everything. You know, no fake news or anything. You can see everything there. How don't you think? How is it possible that you don't think this is a
At
genocide?
first,
Seriously.
okay. At first, we're from Israel, like originally from Judea. We Jewish were kicked out of Jerusalem and Israel. Then we came back to Israel. So
Mm,
you can't say that we're from Europe or something else. Like we're originally from Judea and we have own country in here. And why I don't say that Israel is not a genocide country because if it was a genocide, the the number of dead Palestinian gotta be more increased, like 10,000, not 10,000, like 100,000 or more.
it is in thousands. Go check out the deaths.
Yeah, but
Listen,
just
I have
10, just 50,000 or something.
no. That's a lot. That's still. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
sure.
lot.
I'm sure.
Mm.
Listen, I'm sure the numbers are more than that, way more, way more, you know, than the numbers reported, you know. But still, regardless of whether it's 50,000 or more, 50,000 It's 50,000 people. These are
Still.
not fucking
Mm-hmm.
insects. These are not insects. You know, can you imagine 50,000 insects, like 50,000 cockroaches? You know, that's a mountain, you know? Imagine 50,000 people. Seriously, on top of each other.
Yeah, but
Like, that's a fucking
we have a right to
disgrace that you
defend
don't.
our country.
But
We're
that's
not.
not defending your country anymore.
We're not.
That's killing. That's. Listen,
But we
listen, that's
killed
not
them.
defending your country. You listen, now you are enjoying the killing now. You're enjoying it, you know? You know? You
Mm,
found an excuse and you're acting on that excuse, you know, which is October 7th, you know?
mm.
And literally, like, you have no right to be there in the first place. You know, it's not your country. It's
It's
Palestine.
our
It was
country.
never Israel. It was never, no, it's not your
It
country.
was.
It was
There
it was
was
always
kingdom
Palestine.
of Israel. There was Israel, but not
Hmm?
Palestine. The
No,
country.
never,
So
never.
when was there
Is
Palestine? When was there Palestine?
is is Israel is literally the name of a prophet.
When did
Okay,
Palestine exist?
it always existed. Palestine literally always existed. You guys
So
came
what
from Europe.
about
Your ancestors.
before 1948? Where was Palestine?
Mm. It was invaded by the Brits.
So
Literally, was invaded.
before Brits invaded Palestine, what was it?
Yeah. What do you mean? What was it?
That was Ottoman Empire.
But it was always there. The Arabs
No,
were always there. Maybe
Palestine
not by
named
name, but like it
Palestine
did.
was named by Romans.
No, it wasn't.
Palestine is Latin, not Arabic.
Okay, where was Israel? Where was Israel then?
Was in Judea. Do you
No,
know that the kingdom of Israel existed?
no, it is never. I never
And
heard of
Nebuchadnezzar,
something called the
uh,
Kingdom of Israel.
Nebuchadnezzar invaded Israel, and they catched the Jewish and took them to Babylon, and they tortured us. And then the Achaemenid Empire showed
Mm.
up in the history map, and then the what's that the the man released the Jewish, and we came back to Judea. But after that, Romans kicked us out of Israel, and we
Mm.
were separated all over the world. That's what happened.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me ask you this.
Mm.
Um, do you support what's going on right now? Do you like it? Do you like when you see the killing and all the blood and stuff like that? Do you like that?
Um,
Do you feel good?
I
Do you feel good when? Do you feel good? Do you feel good when you see dead Palestinians,
at
or like
first
when you see people crying?
at first I think it's I don't like to see people suffering from the starving or something, but it is like Hamas should take a responsibility of it. They are they should be blamed.
Y-
They should surrender.
mhm. You
They
know,
should give
listen.
up.
Okay, okay. Let's say, listen. I'm a reasonable man. Okay, I understand. Like, if someone attacks me, I'm gonna attack them back. You know, that's how it works. Okay, but that's not the problem here. You know, because your country is not targeting Hamas. Okay, it's not targeting Hamas soldiers at this point. You know, actually, not at this point. It's been going on for like 2 years now. Okay, it is targeting civilians. Okay, like it is targeting normal people. You know, they're not Hamas. These people that are dying. You know,
Mm.
all of them. Like, if you check, 99% of them are civilians. You know, dying. Your country has been targeting hospitals. Okay, listen well. It's been targeting hospitals, targeting schools. You know, targeting children. You know, like I can understand if you tell me, okay, we defend, like we're defending ourselves, but you're defending yourselves against children. Why are you killing children? Why are you bombing schools and mosques and hospitals? Why are you this is, do you know what you're doing? You are
Yeah, I
breaching the
know. What
international
are we
law.
doing? I know. I understand
Yeah,
what how we're doing. Yeah.
yeah, you are breaching international law. This is, you know what you're doing? You're committing war crimes, you know? And y- I, listen, the Jews run the world. It's a fact, you know? Like the organizations. No, no, it's a fact. No, no. You can
Okay.
laugh.
Okay.
You can. It's no, no. It's it's not a conspiracy theory or anything. The Jews are run the world. Go check. You go check the facts. You know,
Like from
go check the
TikTok
facts.
or Instagram or something.
No, not TikTok. No, no. Listen, literally, if listen, if the Jews, no, if that was, listen, if that was a lie, then the organizations, would have done something about what's going on in Palestine right now, the war crimes. But nobody's doing anything. Didn't
Yeah,
you
but
notice?
UN
I mean,
is blaming the genocide. No, not genocide, but
yes, but
attacking
did they do
Israel.
something? But did they do something? Did they do something?
But
Did they
this
do
is
something to stop the
America, right?
genocide? No. Yes, in America. Who runs America? The Jews.
Yeah.
Literally, the Jews run
But
America. Like
imagine like it's
listen,
mm, okay.
like every single president who came
Mm,
to in office, I mean the US president, I mean American president,
mm,
every single one of them came and visited Israel,
mm.
and they went to the wall. I don't know what you call that wall, I know it in Arabic,
Okay,
but
okay, salmon the wall. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
They
they
touched
they go
the
to the wall
wall.
and they wear that little. Yeah, they touch the wall. The wall where your people cry at and stuff like that. And they wear that little hat.
Mm.
Why would American presidents travel all the way to Israel and do that? Do you know
Yeah, you
why?
can do that as
Because
well. You can do that as well. Like you can touch the
no, no.
wall.
If I can, yeah, but like, why would an American president do that?
It's
Why do they
like
have
they like usually like show the respect to us. That's all. It's
Why? Why do they have to show respect to you? They're not Jews. America is a Christian country, no?
yeah, but they're trying to be friends with us. That's all.
No. Why aren't they trying to be friends with Algeria, for example? Why don't they come here and the president comes to the mosque and prays? Why why does a Christian president
Mm.
go to a foreign country and um practice Jewish beliefs,
It's not the Jewish
even though he's
beliefs.
not Jewish?
Eh, like as I said, it's for everybody. Like if you're Muslim, you can go to Israel and touch the walls, even if you're not Jewish.
No.
You can do it.
No, that's a Jewish thing. It's not.
Mm,
It's not like
not really like that.
no, only.
Um,
Yeah, it is. Anyways, no, no. Listen, we're not talking about the wall here. I don't know much about the wall and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's Jewish. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But what I don't understand is why do American presidents go to Israel in the first place? Why don't they go to, for example, any other country, and do that? But they go to Israel and they wear that hat, the religious Jewish hat, and they go to the wall and they all do the same thing. They
what
practice the
about
same ritual.
Kennedy? The president Kennedy didn't do that. Not
They
all
don't
the
do that.
president. Yeah, he didn't do that.
Exactly. Only American president. Why?
Because
Like you have to ask yourself why. I mean, and when you think about it, like
he
maybe
just
they
he just
are. Hmm?
Christianity and Judaism is really like connected strongly. So
Mm, No. Okay. You know what? Let me tell you this. And I'm sure you know this. In Christian belief, they say that, you know, the story of how Jesus died according to Christians, you know? In Christian belief, in Christianity, they say that Jesus was betrayed by Judas, okay? A Jewish man. Yeah, a Jewish man betrayed Judas and he gave information to the Romans, you know, He gave information to the Roman soldiers and told them where Jesus was. For five pieces of silver. That's why Jews are known for being greedy. They would do anything for money. So yes. So basically, if you said,
So, what about
it's the
Petro?
opposite of what you said.
So
Hmm?
was Petro Jewish or Christian? Was Petro?
What's that?
Peter, like the name of,
Who?
Peter, like in English is
Yeah.
Peter.
What about him?
And
Yeah. What about him?
he's the guy who spread the Christianity, but he was Jewish as well. And Jesus was Jewish as well in Bible, in Christianity book. He was Jewish.
Yes, but no. Jesus was Jewish, you said.
Yeah, Petro as well. All of them are Jewish.
Yes, but why do Christians believe that? Why does it say in the Bible that Judas betrayed Jesus? Even though Judas was a Jewish man,
Judah is
and
one
Jesus
of
was Jewish.
them.
Yeah,
One of Jewish.
yeah,
He's just the one of Jewish.
yeah. But like, why did he betray Jesus?
I don't know. He just wanted money
Yeah,
or something. Or
money. But
Jesus was hated by a lot of Jewish community. They
was hated.
deserve it.
You said he was hated?
He was hated.
Hated.
Yeah, like he was hated by Jewish
Why?
community.
He was hated by the Jewish
he
community.
he blamed the organization of synagogue.
Uh-huh.
Synagogue
Yeah.
is kind
The
of
synagogue of Satan.
yeah, and then he's not he doesn't accept the the party of the synagogue in Jerusalem, and he was hated by Jewish by being like acting like weird, and he was trying to like betray them, so he was hated and he
But
was killed.
yeah, but ask yourself, why did he hate the synagogue? Why did he hate the synagogue?
Because
Does it say in your why? Because they were corrupt. Because they were corrupt.
corrupt.
That's the corrupt. Like they weren't good people. They weren't good, basically.
Like
Yeah.
I think
Why would they
that
hate them?
synagogue just like earn the money from people. That's it.
No,
And
listen.
Jesus thought like it's bad thing.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, I don't know much. I mean, I don't know much about that story. Okay, but he hated them for a reason. Okay, and I don't think it's just money. They did some stuff. They were like, yes, as you said, they were taking money from people, but I'm pretty sure there were dark things they were doing besides that, not just about the money. He hated them. Maybe they were spreading lies and rumors, and they're trying to create wars or something. I don't know. He hated them for a reason. And they got him killed in the end. Maybe because they didn't want him to turn the people against the synagogue. So I'm not sure, to be honest. But here's the point: like, listen, I'm not even sure if Jesus was Jewish. Maybe he was born in Jerusalem, but it never, like, in my religion, in my faith, it was never said that Jesus was Jewish. That was never mentioned. It was never mentioned that Jesus was Jewish. So the only thing that I know is that Jesus was betrayed by a Jewish man. And that's why to this day Christians don't like Jews.
Jewish spread the Christianity as well. Without Jewish, Christianity doesn't exist.
What do you mean?
The guy who betrayed Jesus was Jewish, okay, but the guy who spread the the Christianity was Jewish as well.
Mm. Okay. Okay. How do you explain? You left earlier. You left at me when I told you that Jews run the world. You left,
Mm.
but yeah, maybe you're a Jew, and because you're Jewish, you don't believe that stuff. You know, if you think it's funny, you think it's a conspiracy theory, but it's not a conspiracy theory. It's a I can't say it's facts, but if you look,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you look at stuff, you know, if you look at the most powerful people in the world, you know, who
Mm-hmm.
have like so much money, they're all Jewish. Do you think that's a coincidence? Come on now. It's not a
It's not a
coincidence.
coincidence.
You know, it's not a coincidence. Like the Rothschild, you know, the Rothschild family, the
Yeah,
American family,
Rothschild. I
the
know
Jewish
Rothschild.
American. The Rothschilds, they are, they say that the Rothschild, you know, and other wealthy Jewish families, they were behind world wars. You know, they funded, you know, with money, they funded wars. You know, like the First World War, Second World War. Seriously,
Of
these are
course,
powerful
because
people.
the war can be like the way to earn. So it's not unnatural to like use the war to make money.
Yeah, but like 20 million. Listen, it's not when we say war. You know, war is not like a game. You know, people die in these wars. You
Yeah,
know, do you know how many people died during the Second World War? 20 million people. You know,
yeah,
imagine 20 million people died. You know, and listen, if you like you said, maybe yes, yeah, maybe it's evil. You know, to fund the war, you get benefits for yourself. But but if it was normal, they would have announced themselves. They would have said, for example, we the Rothschild family, we did this and we did this. But you never hear them say that. You know why? Because it's wrong. You know who does that? Who funds a fucking war? You know nobody. You know nobody. Like and also not just the Rothschilds. Let's not talk about the people who fund the wars, and that's a mess. You know that's a whole ass subject right there. You know other people, other powerful people, you know, Jeffrey Epstein. You know Jeffrey Epstein.
yeah. I know. I know
Do you
him. Yeah.
know what religion he is?
Maybe Christian or
Jewish.
Jewish.
No, he's Jewish. Jeffrey Ep. Every single name that ends with Epstein, with Stein, that's
Mm,
Stein, he's Jewish.
mm, yeah.
Einstein was Jewish. Epstein was Jewish.
Mm.
You know, like, and look what he did. You know, this guy is a fucking demon. He's a devil. Look, he's a
And what? So
pedophile.
what?
And hmm?
So what's your point?
No,
He was a
no,
devil.
I'm
So
saying,
what?
no, listen, I'm saying the most powerful people who run this world are Jews, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they are not good people. They're not good people, okay? They are fucking demons, you know? They are demons. But
Because Jeffrey
I'm not saying
Epstein like
all,
was raping like children.
hmm?
That's why.
They
Like
are rapists too, yes, they are
yeah,
pedophiles.
but
Like,
Jeffrey Epstein only because like Jeffrey Epstein was rapist. That's all.
what do you mean?
Like your statement for like making Jewish like rich men like bad is so weak.
What do you mean weak?
Weak means like short, like it's shortless. Like
Shortly, no,
only the fact
oh
that
my God.
Jeffrey Epstein
Look,
was
hold on, hold
pedophile
on, hold on.
is
No, no, no.
isn't make sense.
Wait, wait.
Huh?
I gave you the most
Mm,
popular names. Okay? These are just the popular names. If you go, you know, if you dig yourself, you know, if you go and check yourself, check the facts, you'll see that the most powerful people, you know, who run the media, who run the banks, you know, who run these organizations, the UN, UNICEF, these are all Jewish people. I
mm,
promise you.
mm,
No doubt about it. Go check. Go listen. Go check for yourself. Don't follow like the TikToks or whatever. I don't follow those. I check. Go check. For example, who runs Netflix? You know Netflix,
I
right?
don't know. But Netflix is
You
for
know Netflix.
just for subscription site. It's
No,
not the
it's
evil
not.
one.
I swear, it is evil. I swear to you. Look, the owners of Netflix,
Maybe
it is
he's
owned
from
by Jewish owners.
he's Jewish. I don't care about it because Netflix is not a devil.
It is evil. I swear it's evil. Listen. It
Why is evil?
promotes. Uh, it's evil. Look, if you watch the shows, listen. Like it talks a lot about Jews. In every single movie or TV series, it
Mhm.
promotes like stuff about Jews. Why does it? It never mentions. It never mentions, like, for example, Arabs or Muslims. And if it does, it always talks bad about
Because the
Arabs.
owner is Jewish. It's natural, right?
No, it's not. Listen, no. Like it's exaggerated.
Okay,
It's
listen.
exaggerated.
Imagine like the okay. Let's say if
Mm,
the Netflix owner is
mm,
from Japan,
mm,
maybe he will
mm.
promote the anime so much than Jewish movie. It's the
But
same
that's no. But it's a lot.
because we're
It's like he is.
we have
No.
few population. We have small community, in Jewish
Mm.
community. So it's
No,
natural to like promote the Jewish people.
no, no. Why does it never promote Islam, for example, or
Of course, like
Christianity? I mean, Christianity is.
we're fighting always. That's why.
What do you mean fighting? So the Jews want it to be this way. They want it. Like they like it this way.
And
They liked
Muslim
the
also,
wars.
Muslims these days also have money, much, so they should promote it by themselves.
They can. They won't let them. You know. Listen,
They can.
listen. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Hmm?
Okay. I mean, Arabs have money. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
They have money.
Mhm.
Like, for example, the especially countries in the Middle East like Qatar and Saudi Arabia, and
Mm.
they have more money than Jews
Mm.
for sure.
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
why do you think? But why do you think? What do you think is the reason that they're not doing anything to help Palestine? What do you think is the reason?
Maybe they're
They can
not
help
that
Palestine, right?
smart, or they're not. They're
No,
lazy.
no, 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 no,
They're
no.
just
It's not
they're
about being
just
smart.
supported by all money, so they're not that smart. We can we
Hold
can
on.
we can use the brain to earn the money, and we create a
Mm.
platform to earn the money, but they cannot do it. They only like
No,
earn money from oil money.
no. Listen, it's not about that. You see, that right there. That
Mm-hmm.
right there is a
Mm.
stereotype. You see, you see,
Mm.
you're doing it. You're doing it unconsciously. You're saying that Arabs are dumb.
Mm.
You're saying that like Arabs are rich but dumb. You see,
Mm-hmm.
that's propaganda right there. That's
Okay.
propaganda pushed in the media.
Mm.
For example, through Netflix, through those platforms.
Okay.
It's not true. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you. They always promote Jews as smart. You know, have you ever seen a TV series where they say something bad about Jews? No, they always mention good things about Jews. And
Some
on the other side,
cartoons
they
were
talk bad
making
about
fun
it.
of Jews, by the way.
Yeah, but those cartoons are not owned by Jews. They are owned by non-Jews.
Mm.
That's why. If it was owned by a Jewish person, do you think they would talk bad about Jews? Of course not. But anyways, let's talk
Mm.
about Arabs and having money. Why do you think Arabs, even though they have money, they're not helping Palestine? They
Why?
can help Palestine. Why? I'll tell you why. Because the Jews, the powerful people, I'm talking about the powerful people, not here, they have things on those Arabs. It's like they are, what's the word for it? Um, God damn it, I forgot the word.
Okay.
It's like they are. I was gonna say bribe, not bribe. Fuck, I forgot the word. I hate this shit. God damn it. Ibtizaz in Arabic. Oh man, they
Jesus.
okay, blackmail. You know,
Blackmail.
they
Okay.
black they have something on them. You know, like if you go and help Palestine, I'm gonna do this and do that. You know, I'm gonna spread something bad you did, maybe in the past. Because listen, Arab rulers, you know, like the rules, they are corrupt. Okay, they could be pedophiles too. You know, for example, that Prince Salman, you know, Saudi Arabia, of
Mm.
Saudi Arabia,
Mm.
he's corrupt. You know, he's corrupt.
Yeah, they
Like
say
maybe,
that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, maybe he went to Epstein's island, you know, and maybe he even raped children, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they recorded him. Maybe
Mm.
they recorded him. It's something that Jews do. They do it. That's why nobody
Mm.
talks. No,
Mm.
that's true. Trust me. That's why nobody talks against them. You know the celebrities, and they always
Mm.
keep it like whenever the Jews are mentioned, like, oh no, shh, keep it quiet. You know, don't talk
Mm.
about that. You
Mm.
know, yeah, they are afraid. And the same thing for Arab rules. You know, the Middle Eastern ones. You know, like if you do something to help Palestine, you know,
Mm.
we're gonna we're gonna put this on the on the news. You know, we're gonna spread this
Mm.
let's say whatever scandal that you did. You know, and the whole world will
Mm.
know that you're a piece of shit,
Mm.
and you will go to prison. You know, you will go to prison for what you did, and you will never be a king.
So
And obvious, obviously, they are afraid. You know,
okay, so your point
it's
is
listen,
all celebrating the Arab are afraid of Jewish, like to be exposed,
not if,
like to all over the world.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's what I think. I don't have,
I don't
I don't
believe
have like
that. I don't believe that the Arabs are so dumb to do that.
yes. Listen, that's the thing. It's
I
not
don't
about
think so.
Arabs
I don't think
being
all
dumb.
the people in Arab like
Mm.
do this the that shit thing. I
So
don't believe that. So this
no,
point
you
doesn't
should
make any
believe that.
sense. Like
No,
Jewish
you should
does,
believe that. You think they're good people?
and some Arabs are donating to the Hamas or like the terrorist group like Hezbollah or something.
Hezbollah is not a terrorist group. They're not.
Hezbollah is
Listen,
terrorist.
no, it's not.
Yeah, they
Listen,
are. They are.
no,
They're
no,
not
no, no, no,
terrorists.
no. Listen, from my side, look. Listen to me.
Mhm.
From my side, you know, from
Mhm.
my side,
Mm.
like from where I see things from this angle, you are the terrorist. You know, your country is the terrorist,
Okay, okay.
and
So let's
I'm pretty.
get it back. It's okay. Let's get it back. We're we're doing the genocide, right? We're doing genocide.
Yeah, yeah.
So
For
what
me,
is the
like,
genocide?
and for
What is the definition of genocide?
what do you mean? What is the genocide?
So what's the definition of genocide? The word genocide.
The genocide is trying to fucking uh, exterminate a whole
Mhm.
goddamn freaking race.
Mhm. Mhm.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
not even a listen, no,
exterminate the
no,
race,
no,
right?
no. Listen, you know, a genocide is the
Mm.
killing and is the mass murder of
Mm.
many people. But listen,
Mm.
at this point, it's not the genocide anymore. Do you know what it is? You know what it
What?
is
What?
right now? It's an ethnic cleansing. Do you know what ethnic cleansing means?
Yeah,
You're
ethnic
trying to
cleansing. Yeah,
exterminate.
I know, I know.
Yeah, you're trying to exterminate the whole goddamn race from your
So,
land. You know,
but
you're
the
killing
population.
Arabs.
Okay, listen. The population in Palestine is increasingly. It's growing up. Why? It's gradually
What do you
growing
mean,
up.
girl?
Growing up, like increasing.
Mm-hmm.
Gradually, it's increasing. Why?
Mm-hmm.
If
What do you
it
mean
was a
increasing?
genocide,
What do you mean
they
increasing?
can't give a birth or something.
They
Okay,
can give
listen.
up what?
Okay. Before the at the time in Holocaust, we Jewish people
Mm.
couldn't give a birth or making a child because we were oppressed by Nazis, by Germans, and we we weren't allowed to make a children or and 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 have a food to give our
But
children.
where are the okay?
Hmm.
Where are the where's the evidence that the population in Palestine is increasing?
Just Google it.
Wh-
Just Google it.
You think I'm gonna find
Okay,
more people?
and what's more, if it was a genocide, okay, um, okay, certainly the Palestine land was 89% collapsed by IDF, the bombing, but the
Mhm.
population in Palestine was killed and into 50,000. And 50,000
30,000.
people in Palestine is how 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 percent how okay, so how many how many people lives in Palestine?
Listen, don't try to justify the killing.
No, I'm
Don't
not
try.
justifying.
That's not
Okay,
human. That's not
we're
human. Come on.
avoiding
You're
killing
like,
children or something.
look.
We're
They,
avoiding it. We're avoiding.
listen, just
We're not
listen.
trying to
Just
kill
because.
the innocent people.
Yes, you are. You are.
No,
You're trying to kill everyone, not just Hamas. Look. If you're trying to target Hamas and kill them, maybe I would understand because maybe you see them as the enemy and they are soldiers. At least they are armed. They have weapons. They can defend it. But you're killing people, you know, armless, defenseless people.
mm,
Civilians kill kids and old people, women. Women like yourself. You're killing those, literally. You're trying to decrease the population. You know,
mm,
you're trying to decrease it, but they are giving birth. I mean, how can you say? How can you give me that as a reason
mm.
for like I don't know for not for saying like the genocide doesn't exist because the population is growing. You know,
Because
maybe they
it
are
was
giving birth.
if it
Maybe.
was a genocide. Okay, Palestine has
Mm, mm.
548 million people, and we killed 50,000 people. And what percentage of
Oh,
Palestine is 50,000 people? How much?
how many? Okay, let
If
me Google
it
how
was a
many people.
genocide, it gotta be like 1 million or something, 2 million. I don't know. If we China, like super strong Israel, China, kill all of the Palestine, it's gonna be pretty huge population.
Okay, hold on. How
How do
many
you
people did
explain?
Israel kill? Hold on. How many
Like
people did
has
Israel kill
50,000
in
or
Israel?
some 50,000 over 50,000.
More.
Okay,
Definitely
so how
more.
many?
75,000.
Yeah,
You know what?
75. That it doesn't. Yeah, it works as well. Like
75.
75.
So,
Yeah, 75,000 people. But
73. It says
Palestine
this.
has Palestine
Look.
has 5 million.
Hold on. 73,000 people, Palestinians dead, and 2,000 Israelis dead.
Yeah,
Look
because
at the
we're strong.
difference.
We're strong.
No, it's not about you being strong. You're supported by many countries. That's it. Like, look at the difference, 73,000 and 2,000. Oh my God.
So,
That's
what
crazy.
percentage of the Palestinian population do
It doesn't
75,000
matter.
people
It
represent? How much?
it doesn't it doesn't matter how much or what the percentage is. What matters is you're killing people, you know? You're killing them. It doesn't matter even if it's like 0.0001%. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But
What
it makes
matters
sense
is
to like explain that Israel is not committing a genocide.
what do you mean? Look, listen, you're not making sense
You
here.
said that genocide is to clean the West and to try to kill all the
You're trying
people.
you're trying
But
to
we
do
just
that.
killed
You're trying, look.
75,000 and
eh,
Palestine has 5 million people, and
Yeah,
we
and you're trying. You are on your way. You
we
are
could
on your
kill
way to do.
more people. as we can.
Yes, you're trying. You're trying to kill
But we
everyone.
couldn't.
Exactly.
We just avoid killing innocent people. We alarm them.
That's
We inform them like where we are gonna bomb, and they can have a time to escape from there, and they can
oh
run away
really?
from there. So
Really?
yeah, really, for
Really?
real, yeah. I can
Really? So
alarm that.
so why are
I
they dying?
inform them.
So why are they dying?
I
So
don't
why
know
are they
because
dying?
maybe they're not aware of it or something.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry
no, no,
for
no,
that.
no, no.
Yes,
Oh no,
yes, they are.
you're
Yes, they are.
no, no. Look. If you warn them and tell them, for example, to stay away from this building, we're gonna bomb it.
Mm-hmm,
They would
mm-hmm.
stay away. They're not dumb. This is their life. You know, this is not a game. They know it. If they don't, they
I know.
will
I
die.
understand
But
that.
you bombed them.
I
Yeah.
understand
What are
that,
you?
but the Hamas is
Yeah,
everywhere.
bro.
Like
What the fuck?
they're like pretending to be like innocent people or something, but they're not. They're
Oh,
hiding
so
in
okay.
tunnels or
So
hiding
uh,
in school
okay,
and
okay.
hiding
So
in hospital to
mhm.
avoid the bombings and trying to act like innocent civilians. But no.
Uh-huh. So why don't you go? Okay, so you said you're more powerful, right? You have
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
powerful soldiers and stuff.
mm-hmm,
So why don't your soldiers go there? You know, you have many soldiers and you have the
mm,
Americans on
mm,
your side, and you have
mm,
why don't they? And they are well trained, obviously. So why don't they, for example, if they suspect that Hamas, so one of the members of Hamas is in hospital, for example,
mm.
why don't they go there themselves, like the soldiers? With tanks, you know, not even on foot. They can go with tanks, you know, to stay safe. You know, why don't they go there to the hospital and go inside, you know, and look for Hamas?
It's
Why do they have to
dangerous.
bomb,
You
knowing
know,
that they will kill civilians in
it's
the
very
in the
dangerous.
hospital?
It's very dangerous.
But you said you're powerful. You said you're
Yeah,
more
I'm
powerful,
powerful, but
right?
I mean, we're not that dumb. We appreciate our lives at first. You know, we um how to
You
say
appreciate your lives, but you don't care about other people's lives. They're
we
like cockroaches.
no, just we how to say I forgot the words. Wait, I'm gonna use translator. Wait. prior
You know,
prioritize we
we we
prioritize our lives than Palestinians. That's
we
natural, right?
we can we cannot listen. We can stay here. You
Mm,
know, we can stay here and talk about this all night and all morning, and you know, but we listen. We cannot change each other's views. You know, I will always view Israel and the Jews as the enemy. You know, it doesn't matter. I will always see them as the enemy. Like, um, you know why? Not because I'm evil or whatever. But it's just
mm,
they made themselves. They made people see them that way. You know. Now, if you like, I mean, you told me earlier
mhm.
when I told you that the Jews run the world. You
Mm.
laughed. You know,
Yeah, I laughed.
the
Yeah,
Jews. Yeah, you laughed because you think it's ridiculous, but
yeah,
it's
it's
not ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It's no, it's not. It's like it's true. You know, it's true. Look. The whole world
Mm,
knows that the Jews,
mm,
you know, they were
mm,
behind the biggest, like let's say, conspiracies. You
mm.
know, 9/11. You know, 9/11 was committed by the Jews. You know, the dancing Israelis and all that. No,
yeah,
what
that's
do you think?
TikTok.
Well, you think
TikTok.
if
It's
okay,
from
you think
TikTok.
okay, you think no, no. Listen,
Uh,
who was blamed for that? Do you remember? How old are you? How old are you? I didn't ask.
Osama
How
bin
old are you?
Laden.
Exactly, Osama bin Laden and the Qaeda. You know the Qaeda,
Al
right?
Qaeda, yeah, Al
The
Qaeda.
Qaeda, yeah, Al Qaeda, yeah. Okay, you can pronounce it. So Al Qaeda. I thought, yeah, I can pronounce it. So Al Qaeda and Osama bin Laden were blamed for that. You know,
Mm.
how did they blame the Qaeda to begin with? How did they blame them? They
Al
they
Qaeda
said
was
they
like
found No, no, no. They
Pilots rush
said
into the buildings and saying Allah Akbar and
no, no, not like that. No, no, no. I mean, they were planes. Nobody was screaming Allahu Akbar. No, they were planes. Planes rushed into the building. Do you know how they found out that the Al Qaeda was behind it? Do you know how they blamed the Muslims? Do you know how? Do you know what they said? They said they found passports. They said they found passports. You know, they found passports inside the planes. The planes were destroyed. They were in fire. You know, they burned with the buildings. How the fuck did the passports survive the fire? You know, and and they blamed the Muslims for it. I mean,
Mm.
come on, it's not a coincidence.
So
Why
Osama
why
bin
didn't they
Laden was
blame?
Jewish?
Hmm?
Osama bin Laden was Jewish? I don't know.
No,
Or
but like
Arab.
no, it was easy to blame the Muslims. You know, it
Yeah.
was easy to blame the Muslims. Yeah, it was easy. Like, for example, like the Jews. Obviously, nobody's gonna talk about the Jews. You know, what other ethnicity? The Indians? No. They particularly targeted the Muslims because in Islam, you know, like they take, you know, for example, in Quran, you know, in Quran back in the day, back in the day, there were wars and stuff, right? There were wars with the Kafirins, you know, the infidels and stuff like that. Those people who didn't believe in God, right?
Mm.
Like there were wars between Muslims and you know the non-Muslims, right?
Mm.
And God at the time said, like, you have to fight the infidels, you know, the kuffars. Do you know what kuffars mean?
Kufars, I know.
Yeah, the infidels, you know, those who don't believe in God,
Mm.
you know. God, but this quote was back in the day, you know, in the past, in the long past, you know. But these days, like Westerners, they take those quotes, you know, and like they misquote them. It's like right now Muslims are trying to, you know, kill the Westerners, you know, and take over the world, which is not true, you know.
Mm.
That's how the Jews used Muslims, you know, because they knew that the whole world would actually believe that the Muslims committed that, you know, 9/11, you know, like they are
Mm.
trying to kill the non-believers and blah blah blah. And if you ask me, that's a terrorist act because you made the whole world hate Muslims. You know, the whole world, the Western world.
Um,
Like whenever, no, no, listen,
but
listen. When
it
hold
doesn't
on,
make any sense.
they no, it does make it sense.
Like for
Like
real,
the
like
whole world.
at that time, like
Hmm.
certainly, like Arab, like Muslims hate America because America supports Israel. So Arab hated America, so it's natural for Arab to, okay, not Arab, like Muslim to like attack America. It's natural. It makes sense
Yeah, I mean,
without Jewish.
yeah. Look. Yes, they hated. Yes, the. I mean,
Mm,
I remember in 2004, you know?
mm,
No, no, not 2004, before that. Like America, yes, America has always been they've always been evil, you know?
mm,
They've been killing people, you know, ever since they existed.
mm,
Americans, they were always behind stuff. But listen, yes, the Arabs, yes, the Muslims had a reason to hate America. Okay?
mm, mm.
You know, and they weren't wrong. They were right to hate America. But do you think it was easy for them to just go to America, you know, access America, go through the airports, you know, and like where did those planes come from? You know, like I mean, America is
I guess
supposedly has
okay.
no, no. Listen, America has like the supposedly I don't know. They have one of the strongest armies in the worong.
I don't know,
You
they
know?
hijacked or something because the security of
No, what the
America
fuck?
was strongest like after the 9/11, I think. Before that,
Nah, that's bullshit.
they didn't
Ah,
like make attention to um like towards like Arabs or Muslims before 9/11. They didn't care about
nah,
Afghanistan or something.
nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Listen, like, tell me anything, okay? You can tell me anything. You can come up with any excuse, but to tell me that they didn't pay enough
Any
attention and
excuse?
they didn't provide.
Okay.
Listen, no. Listen, you're telling me that the security wasn't tight. No, fuck. It's two planes, yo, two planes. For fuck's sake,
You know,
these are
they
planes.
hijacked or
These are
something.
not
I
cars.
don't really know about it. Like
No.
how they like to the plane. I don't know, but like how it's Jews like related to that instance. How? I don't really
Jews?
understand.
Mm,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How
Of
can
course,
you
it's
say that
Jews.
9/11 was caused by Jew? How?
Jews. I mean, what do you
How?
mean? How? They are behind all the conspiracies. What are you talking about?
Um,
What are you laughing? What are you laughing? It's
because it
true.
doesn't make any sense.
Hmm? Yes, it does. Because Jews have always hated Muslims. You know, like they always look. They always hated Muslims, and they found the perfect scenario to make the world hate them, to make the world hate Muslims. You know, so that they can do whatever they want behind the scenes. You know, and now the Muslims are in the picture. You know, and everyone sees them as the culprit, as everyone sees them as the devil, but behind the scenes, like now, at least everyone knows, the whole world knows that the Jews were behind everything. And all the,
Okay.
yeah,
I think
it
I
makes
think
sense,
okay, I think it's not we don't hate Muslim, we hate fund fundamentalisms, you know? Like ISIS and
That's just propaganda.
like Al Qaeda, like that.
Mm,
So we
mm.
don't hate Jewish we don't hate Muslim, we hate them. Like Al Qaeda or something.
No, think about it. Think about it.
And
Like,
Al Qaeda
do you,
is literally like fundamentalism and they're evil.
you know what? That's the thing, though. Like, Qaeda, ISIS, ISIS, Daesh,
Hmm.
you know, those were not even Muslim. They were
They are
created by America.
Muslim. They're
No,
fundamentalism.
they're not. No, they're not. They were created by America. Okay,
Fundamentalist.
of
They are
course.
fundamentalists. They they appreciate the Quran and they follow all of the Quran and Sharia.
No, no. Look. If they
Hmm.
did, if they were actually Muslim, okay, and they followed the Quran to the letter, do you think they would attack people? For example, you said 9/11 was committed
Well,
by
you
Al Qaeda.
said
Do you think they would?
the quotes the quotes was existed like um it explains that you should kill the kuffars like a long
But that
time
was
ago,
I to,
but they
I
followed
no
them
okay
as well. That's
no
why we
but
call fundamentalist.
do you know also in the Quran, if they did follow the Quran, everything in the Quran also says, do not kill a life, you know, unless you are threatened. For example, I
But
don't know,
they
like I
can say
can't
that
explain it.
like America is like oppressing all of the world, so we are sub oppressed and we are suffered, so we can have a right to attack America. They can
What?
understand that way.
What do you? No, I didn't get it. Say that again.
America oppressing the Middle East, like Arab or
Mm,
Muslim, so they
mm,
are victims, so they can have a right to retaliate the America.
hmm
They can
Okay,
they can
okay.
understand
But
in that
listen.
way.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I get it. But okay, so why would okay? So America was in the Middle East, yeah, harassing Arabs, harassing Muslims,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
So okay, now they have a reason to hate America, okay?
mm,
But why? Okay, I understand if they, for example, if they fought America just in the Middle East, drive them out, kill them in the Middle East, drive them out, earn your
mm.
freedom. But it doesn't make sense to go like. I mean, look. Now, like someone harassed me. Okay, someone harassed me. I'm gonna fight back. You know,
Mm.
but fight them back like right there in the Middle East. Why do you have to go to America? You know, and do what? It doesn't even make sense. Why attack the towers, the twin towers? Like those are just trade centers, trade. It's not even military stuff there. You didn't attack the Pentagon, the Pentagon, you know,
Mhm.
where they plan all the military tactics and stuff. Like they didn't even attack the Pentagon or like bomb the Pentagon or bomb like these military headquarters.
Maybe
They
the
no what they
fundamental
killed literally.
problem, like the
Mhm.
fundamental problem, lied in America,
Mm,
and they thought that American, that the Twin Tower, if the Twin Tower was collapsed, the
mm.
America will be shocked by the economy collapse. That's why they attacked the Twin Tower. That's how I think.
Oh
That's how I
man,
think.
oh man, nah, it's bullshit. And actually, have you heard the story? Like about the owner of the Twin Towers, Larry. What was his name? He's
I
Jewish.
don't know.
His last name ends in
He's
Stein.
also Jewish. Oh my god.
Yeah. Larry something. His last
Okay.
name ends with Stein. Yeah, Larry. Just look. Just search. Just look for Larry, like the owner of the Twin Towers. The owner of the Twin Towers.
Okay, I'm
Um,
gonna.
do you know what he did? Yeah, look
World
him up.
Trade
Do you know what he did?
Center. What World Trade
Yeah,
Tower owner?
yeah. Owner of the Twin Towers.
Oh, Silver. Really, Silverstein.
Silverstein. Yeah. Do
Silverstein.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah, Silverstein. Do you know like what the conspiracy theory about him is? You know what they said? They
Hmm.
said this guy was a workaholic. Okay, was a workaholic. He showed up every day to the Twin Towers. He never missed a day. Okay, but on the morning, on the day of 9/11, the man didn't show up. You know,
Mhm.
come on, it cannot be a coincidence. Do you know what else he did? At least that's what the reports say. Do you know
And
what he
it's
did?
coincidence.
Hold on. No. Like 1 week before the attack. Okay? Do you know what he did? He like he what he like I can't explain it.
He
Fuck.
laid off
He's
the
like
Jewish
no
employee.
no. Actually, you know what? That's also true. Like none of the Jewish employees showed up that day, you know? None of them.
I know that story,
It's a
but
fact.
I don't
You know the
really know the
story?
fact.
Like they
Yeah, I
said,
know.
I don't know. Yeah, but like they said, none of the Jewish employees showed up. It's as if they knew, you know? Obviously, they knew they didn't show up. It's not a coincidence,
Mm.
you know? And you know what Larry Silverstein also did? He also, it's like he assured the buildings, the towers,
Mm.
like for example, if
Mm.
something happens to the towers, I'm
Mm.
gonna get this amount of money.
Mm.
It's a lot of money. I remember I saw the amount of money. He assured the towers, and it was crazy. You know, but
Mm.
why would he do that 1 week before the attack? Like, it's like he knew something would happen. Something the towers would collapse, and the assurance company would give him back the money. Like in
Mm.
assurance for the incident. You know,
Mm.
why would come on? You cannot tell me. Okay,
Okay.
what? Yeah,
Okay.
on the day
Actually,
of the attack.
I
Yeah,
don't know if it's true or false. So I gotta search for myself.
go look. No, hold on. Go
What?
to YouTube. Look. Don't trust Google. Don't trust Google. Okay, don't trust Google. Go.
Google
Even though
is
you can
owned by
trust some of
Jew.
it. No.
Google is
Even though look,
controlled by
look.
Jew.
If yeah. I mean,
Mm.
come on. It's not just a joke at this
X
point. I swear.
and Twitter, all of them.
No, go look up. Hold on. Go to YouTube. okay, and look up like an interview with Larry Silverstein, the owner of the Twin Towers, and uh, he actually did an interview, with some guy,
Mm.
and that guy asked him, "Where were you on September 11th?" And he was like, "I was literally," he was like, "I was I was at home," you know.
Mm.
He hesitated. He stuttered. He was like, "I was
Of course, that
I
was
was at home."
that.
Yeah.
That sounds like weird. So it's natural for him to be hesitated.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. Um, like he was like I think he asked him. The guy asked him, "Why didn't you go? Why didn't you show up?" It's a fact, by the way. It's a fact that he didn't show up. It's not just rumors or TikTok or whatever. He didn't show up on the day of the attack. Okay. Yeah, that interviewer asked him, "Why didn't you show up? People, your employees said that you showed up every day at work. You never failed to show up. Why didn't you show up that day specifically?" Do you know what he said? He said, "Oh, I was gonna show up, and then my beautiful wife, she had an appointment for me at the doctor, at the dermatologist, you know, and I had to go." It's like
Um.
his wife forced him to go. He said he was gonna go to work, and then his wife forced him to go. Like, you have to go to the dermatologist. I have an appointment for
Oh
you,
my
and he was like,
gosh.
"Thank God for her." I swear,
Thank
go and
God.
look up the
Thank
interview.
God.
Yeah,
The
look up the
God
interview. He
is
said he's
the God is with Jewish people. That's why
N- no, it's not with Jewish
God
people.
bless.
They're just sneaky. He was lying. Obviously,
No,
he was lying.
the
No,
God the
no,
God
he's not.
saved him.
No, 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 God saved him. No, God
No,
saved him.
God
He
did.
was saved by his own plan. No,
No,
no, no, God saved him. He
God
was
saved
saved
him.
by his own plan. No, no, he didn't. He's evil. He's evil. Why would God save an evil man? He literally knew about the murders that were gonna happen. And he didn't say anything. Why would God save something like that? Someone like that? No, he was just evil. You know, and he got money. You know, he got money for people dying in the Twin Towers. You see, so he was evil. He's Can't tell me God can save someone like that. Come on.
I
He
think
knew everything.
Jewish
And
is
also,
very smart because
no, they're
they
not
can
smart.
plan. They
They
can
are evil.
plan. But we're still
Plan,
smart
plan to
because
kill
we
people?
planned
Plan to kill
and
people?
we made all of the people hate Muslims at the time. They're afraid of Allah Akbar or something. So we're very smart.
So you're proud of that. You're
If
proud of that.
yeah,
You're proud of
if
your.
it was a fact, if it was the truth, I'm proud of it.
Mm,
We're very smart.
you're proud of making
That's
the whole
why
world
a lot of
hate. No, no.
Jewish are so rich. We have the big
You're
brain.
you're proud that your people, you know, Jews, made the whole world hate innocent people
Yeah,
who didn't
we are
commit
very
anything.
smart. They are still my
No, that's
enemy.
not smart. That's not smart. That's called being tricky. Okay? That's called being tricky. That's not brave. That's not brave. It's not You can't call it smart.
It's
Smart is
smart.
said
It's
about
smart.
something that is good. No, it's not smart. It's devious. That's what it is. It's devious. It's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Tricky,
true.
yeah, it's tricky,
You
kinda,
made the
yeah.
Yeah, like you made the whole world hate people. Like,
It's
I
strategy,
mean, I
you
mean,
know, it's
imagine how many,
strategy. Not a
imagine how many women like yourself. You know, the only difference between you and them is that they are Muslim and you're Jewish. If you met them in another country in Europe, you wouldn't even know. You would be friends with them even.
mm-hmm.
Imagine someone like that, a woman like that, gets harassed by Europeans, for example. You know for no reason, for the simple reason that she is Muslim. Imagine that. Would you like your brother or your sister to have something like that, to go through something like that? You know, like an innocent person being harassed simply for his religion, practicing his
Racism
religion.
everywhere,
No, I'm not talking
not
about
only
racism.
Muslims.
I'm talking about Islamophobia. I'm talking about you
Islamophobia,
see,
yeah.
like, have you ever heard of the term Jewphobia, or have you ever heard of like Christianophobia? No, it there is
Maybe
Islamophobia
Jewish
for a
is
reason.
hated by everyone these days, so I think
Who
Jewish
who
is
hates
hated.
who hates Jews? Who hates Jews before October 7th? Who hated Jews?
Some
Nobody
people
even
hate,
mentioned Jews.
like the term of
No.
kike was existed. So what
Who?
is the curse word for Christian?
What?
The kike, the word of kike.
Kike?
Yeah, it's kike for it's the curse word towards Jewish, and some people hated Jewish all the time.
No. I
And
mean,
we were
like
kicked
even
out of over 100 countries, so we went through a lot of racism.
yeah, there you go. Now we're talking.
You
More
know,
than 100
it's not
countries.
only
Oh, come on.
Islam. We're hated as
Hold on.
well.
Yeah, yeah, but you were hated for a reason, for a
And
good
you
reason.
guys are like hated for reasons, I
No,
think.
no, we're
Maybe
not. What did we
like
do to get
they're
hated?
pedophile
We
and
never. When
they're not acting like normal in Western country.
what?
They
What?
start
No, no.
praying on the
Listen.
ground, and they harass women and they harass children, girls. So
No, you're talking about individual cases here, you know. But have you ever heard of a country kicking Muslims out? Never, you know, never. Look,
because
in every country.
they
Hold
weren't
on. Ho-
going out in the mid from the Middle East, and
No,
the Spanish kicked the Islam out.
no, you're talking about.
It's called the
That's not
Reconquista.
kicking them out.
It's called
Those
the
wars,
Reconquista.
those were wars. Those were wars. Those were between like Muslims and
Jewish was
Christians.
had
No, those
Jewish
were
didn't
wars. You're
have a
talking about
country
wars.
for a long time. So
Jews,
we're
listen,
immigrant.
Jews, no,
So
Jews were
mhm,
kicked. Look, if one country kicks you out, okay,
mhm.
maybe that country is evil. If two countries kick you out, maybe those countries are evil. If three countries kick you out, hmm, maybe, okay, maybe they're still evil, all of them. We are innocent. If 100, like 100, 100 and
Mhm.
more, like plus 100, not 100, plus 100 plus countries kick you out, then there must be something wrong with your people. I mean,
Maybe they're
and
jealous of
we
us,
can. No, they're not jealous. They know jealous of what?
and they
If
think
you
shot
guys were
Jesus
smart,
was
no,
killed by Jew.
hold on,
That's why.
hold on. If you guys were smart, they would use you in a good way. Like for example, they would use you in the military or something. But they realized something. They realized something that Hitler realized. You know, they realized if they let you in their country, if they let you in their countries, you would take over those. Look, you would create wars. You would divide the people in that country. For example, what's going on
Mm,
right now in the
mm,
Middle East,
mm, mm,
people dying. Like, for example, the Shia would fight with the Sunnah, and you do these kind of divisions, divide and conquer. It's a Jewish thing, you know, like, and
okay,
that's
okay.
why you got no. I'm not talking about just wars. And they also Jews are like
So,
sneaky with
mm,
money.
mm.
They would fucking suck the country dry,
Okay,
from
so
the money.
I got your point.
Yeah. Mm.
Like your
So
opinion is
that's why.
like if we were really smart, they used us
Mm,
in a good way.
yeah.
Do you know
But
the court the Jews,
but
court the Jews,
yeah.
like in Poland or in Germany or something? Like we were used in a
Yeah.
good way. We were like working like as a diplomat because we can speak a lot of languages because we we moved to a lot of countries, so we worked as diplomats or translator, and we
Mm,
educated them like Polish or German, like
mm,
to make their economy like growing up, and
mm,
we imported we imported the system of bank for trading, and we educate them in the terms of financial. So we were like supporting the those countries, but you know that there are not only like good Jews, like smart Jews. There is some stupid or normal Jew. We're not
mm.
all of us are not smart. So these people
Look,
were kicked out because the only reason because they're Jews. They use
no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Look.
it
If what you
makes
said
sense
is
if
true,
that's truth.
no, no,
It's
it's not.
true.
If
I read the book.
no, if what you said is true about Jews and like all the good things they did in those countries, why would they kick Jews out in the first place?
Because
I mean,
not
Jews
all
are
the Jews are smart. Not all the Jews are smart.
no.
The
That's not. No,
innocent
don't put it that
people
way.
were kicked
Don't
out. Okay, so who was
n-
who supported?
don't put it that way. Don't
Sorry.
put it that way. Like they realize that Jews, you know, the Jews are evil, inherently evil.
So
You know,
could
like if
mm,
they, I mean, come on, it's stupid to say, oh, we got
okay.
kicked
So
out
can you
because
explain the how Jews was evil? How Jews was evil?
I just
Explain.
told you, I literally explained to you. They realized
Like
that
they
you're gonna take
invite the
over the
world
banking.
and they made the
You're gonna
war.
take they're gonna take over the banks, and you're gonna start to
Why
devise
we
wars.
why
You
we
know,
take over the bank? Why? Because we
because
were
because the
forced to
money is
do it.
everything.
No,
No, you weren't forced to do it.
we didn't
You
have a
weren't forced to
choice.
do it.
We didn't have a choice.
Yes. No, you didn't. Yeah, you did have a choice, but you always had a choice.
The
You know,
Christian made us to do that because they think that the bank is then like dirty work.
like the Federal Reserve Bank, the Federal Reserve Bank. You know, like John F. Kennedy, the American president, was
Mm,
against the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank. Okay,
mm,
and he
mm.
spoke about the rights of black people, whatever. He was I think, the only good American president in the history of America. You know, what
Okay.
happened to him? What
He
happened to
was
him? What
killed,
happened
yeah.
to him? No, tell me. He was assassinated. Come on, you cannot tell me that that is a coincidence now, can you? You know, um, another rich
But
man, filthy rich.
Trump was about to be killed by that man.
But he wasn't killed. He was just like,
The
look.
sniper
It
was
was just
like fucked up there. He's noob.
no, no. Have you ever seen a sniper fuck up? Come on, he's a sniper for a reason. You know, if he listen, if that was true, Trump would be dead. You know, Kennedy was killed in his car. You know, he was in his car and he was killed. But Trump was standing. I mean, it's harder to kill someone in a car, but Trump was literally just there standing. You know, like the sniper would have killed him easily if he wanted to, but it was a play. It was a hoax. It was fake. A fake assassination. It was
It's a
just done
fake.
to get people. No, no,
Interesting.
it was fake. Come on. Trump wasn't even injured. Like it was like it went. I don't even know if that was a bullet or not. Come on. Like we always saw is like they said he was
I
injured
really
from his
think
ear
that
or
was a
whatever.
fake.
Yeah, no, I don't. I believe I know it was a fake because if that person wanted no, if that person no, if that person wanted him dead, he would be dead by now. Just like Kennedy. Kennedy had people on his back, okay?
Mm,
And
mm,
he died. Look, did
mm.
someone miss? Did someone shoot him in his leg or his hand? No, he was shot in the fucking head. He died. You know, like the same would have happened to Trump if they wanted him dead. But no, the Jews still need him. You know, he's still needed at the White House. And look what he's doing right now in the Middle East. You know, he supports Israel with everything, with money, with words. You know,
Mm.
um, so yeah, why would they kill him? Why would they kill Trump? No, the only
Because
thing
some
that
hate Trump.
attempt
Many hate Trump. That's why
many yes they
assassination
hate Trump, but
assassination
the-
can happen.
okay, yeah, but do you think? But why didn't it happen? Why didn't it happen? Do you think the sniper
But
was
God save
sucked?
Trump.
No, Trump doesn't have a god. Oh my God, how many times do I have to tell you? Do you think that's a man who has a god? Come on, yeah,
Yeah,
who
no,
believes in God?
I think like Israel, like God. I think I feel like God is helping Israel will be continued because Israel is keep winning at the war.
Israel will not win. That's the thing, though. Like the look. Even if you don't believe in God, you know, even if I don't believe in God, there is something in this universe called karma. Okay, there is
Mm,
karma in the universe.
mm,
You do like what you do will be done to you. Okay, that's like Israel will never succeed. Trust me, I'm not talking about you. I don't wish you to die or you're a human just like me. You know, I said I hate Jews. Yes, I do hate Jews. You know, but if I find a Jew here, for example, tomorrow in Algeria, I wouldn't do anything to him. It's just a human being walking around. You know, unless he's trying to do something bad, you know, trying to hurt me or trying to plot something against my people. Of course, we're gonna do something. But I'm just saying, you know, Israel has done some evil stuff. Okay, they've done some evil stuff. The Israel or the Jews, like the wealthy Jews, you know, like Silverstein or like Epstein or those people.
mhm,
No, I'm saying no. You're laughing, but it's true.
mm,
Like they are individuals, but they are very powerful, you know, and they
mm,
have done some fucked up stuff in the
mm,
world,
mm.
you know, not to mention the genocide and what's going on. So you think if you honestly, me, I don't believe in God. Honestly, I'm not even Muslim. Okay, I was Muslim,
For
but
real?
I'm not even Muslim. But
Are you
yeah,
atheist?
for real. So yeah, I'm an atheist, or like let's say agnostic. I'm not like fully atheist. I'm agnostic. I believe there is something there, but anyways, I don't like. So basically, I can talk to you from a neutral point. Okay, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking as a Muslim now. Maybe you think I'm full of hate as a no. I'm talking from a neutral, from a human point of
Mm-hmm.
view here. You know, do you think that all that killing, all that killing, all the mass murders, all the bloodshed, all the all the injustice that was done in the world? For example, earlier you said if my people made Muslims look bad, made them as terrorists, made them look as
Mm,
terrorists, I'm proud
mm.
of them. Do you think if there is a God, if there is a God, and he's a good God, okay? Do you believe that your God is good? Do you believe he's good,
Yeah,
or do you believe he's bad? You think he's good, right? You think
yeah.
he's just. He gives justice.
It's
Yeah. You
justice.
don't think he's evil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives justice. He's not evil. Yes. So, like, based on that God, if that God is good, then he will know that this is an injustice. Many injustices, not just one injustice. Okay, there is a genocide that happened. There are people who were framed for something they didn't do, and they were painted with a brush of terrorism, even though they're not terrorists. That's an injustice, and many
Mm-hmm.
other injustices, many other wars. Do you think a good God would let this slide? Do you think he wouldn't punish the people behind this? Do you think so? Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I don't believe in a God, but I believe in karma, and what you do shall be done to you, you know. And
No,
I told
because
you,
we are
I
still living
yeah,
in the strong. We're still even
Yeah,
strong.
but if you read about the history of civilizations, you know,
Okay.
even the Roman civilization, you know, with all its strength, with all its power, collapsed. There came a point in time where it collapsed. It doesn't even exist now, does it? Where's the Roman Empire? You know, where's the Babylon Empire? Where's like the Greek